Hello and welcome. My name is Brett Cannon, and I am joined today by John Ediger, and we are here to share with you an experience report and our experience around implementing DevOps at Aflac. And so a little bit of introduction around us and our roles. Aflac is a Fortune 500 company, and many of you know of Aflac, but we provide financial protection, supplemental insurance for about 50 million people worldwide. And so when a policyholder gets injured or sick or hurt, Aflac pays cash directly to the policyholder in an effort to help them and give them cash back in their time of need. And Aflac operates primarily within the US and Japan. We're actually one of the largest supplemental insurance providers in Japan, which sometimes is not well known about Aflac. But my role, I'm a senior manager within Aflac. I got about 20 plus years of experience as a leader and executive within IT. And a little over a year and a half ago, I joined Aflac as a DevOps strategy leader with the goal of helping to implement DevOps as a part of our digital transformation within Aflac. And when I joined in Aflac and kind of got my arms around what's going on within Aflac, realized that we needed some outside experience, some outside help to help us set up an enablement team and do some coaching to get this really going. And so I reached out to John with DXE and brought him and his team in to help us in our journey as we started down this path of implementing a true DevOps practice within Aflac. So John, you want to introduce yourself and your role?
Yeah, thank you, Brett. So John Ediger, I'm with DXE, and for those that don't know DXE technology, it's the world's leading independent end-to-end IT services and solutions company. So we provide customers with everything from IT outsourcing, cloud capabilities, application services, analytics capabilities, advisory. So a whole host of things, many more than that. My role in DXE, I'm a senior leader focused on DevOps and Agile transformation, and I'm also a distinguished technologist. I've got over 25 years industry experience in various leadership roles. And essentially what I do now is I work with various organizations, our customers, to help them in their DevOps Agile transformation journeys from the executive level down to the working team level, focused on business outcomes.
So a little bit about what we're going to cover today. We'll walk through the challenge that we've gone after and what we're trying to accomplish. We'll talk about the key enablers that we put in place and the framework that we've now set up to really enable DevOps and Agile to help us in this digital transformation. Talk about progress and outcomes so far, and then the ongoing continuous challenges that we're trying to meet. So a little bit about the challenge and what we've faced here. When I first came into Aflac, there had been quite a bit of DevOps progress up to that point, and quite a bit that actually had happened. But there were a number of different things that we were facing as we really kicked in hard on this. One, there was as good a progress as there was inconsistent results across the enterprise. We recognized that the best outcomes were coming from those areas that had strong leadership engagement, but in reality, it was fairly inconsistent. It was difficult for the teams to find time, to make time to continuously improve, and recognize that there was and still is, in many cases, more work than the people available. Our demand was far outpacing our capacity. The teams themselves were struggling with what turned out to be org-wide impediments that the delivery teams in and of themselves couldn't necessarily make progress on. And in many cases, the teams themselves didn't quite know how to get started. So those were the challenges that we faced when we first started down this path. So let's talk about some of the enablers and the path that we've started down. So John, you want to take us to the next?
Absolutely. So we know from the DORA organization and the great authors of these books that you're all familiar with, we know that that highly evolved, high performance teams really focus on outcomes, business value, not just DevOps for the sake of DevOps or Agile for the sake of Agile, and that they continuously improve these 4 metrics here on the right, the throughput metrics and the stability metrics. And so we also know that there's a predictive relationship. We know this from the great Accelerate book, that there's a predictive relationship between these 4 DORA metrics and higher organization performance, illustrated by these really outstanding numbers. So there's a direct predictive relationship for those that focus on those measures, get results such as these. There are also enablers for these high performing organizations. So these high performing organizations can continuously increase the autonomy and fast flow of their cross-functional teams. And this is known from kind of years of our experience and experience of the gurus and the authors of the books that I mentioned here and that are shown below. We have found that this requires 4 key elements. The first 2 are very related. This is about the culture and the discipline, both bottom up and top down. So not just using any DevOps, Agile patterns and practices, but those that address the top impediments toward the goals. And so this culture and discipline of continuous improvement